Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. So we're going to talk about part of a set. How can fractions be used to represent numbers and their parts? So fractions can be used to name things that are part of a set. So math in my world. So if you have these pens, you could go grab 4 red pens and 2 yellow pens, or just listen and follow along. Miss Maynard gave each group of students 2 yellow markers, important information, and 4 red markers. What fraction of the set of markers is yellow? So I'm going to box this because it's the question, because that's important. So it says use a set of 6 counters to represent the 6 markers. So we have our 2 yellow markers and our 2 red markers right here. Down here, number 2, draw and color the counters on the fraction below to represent the fractions of yellow counters and red counters. So up here, we have our 2 yellows. We have to count them in the whole part of 6, right? We can't just not put them down there because we have a total of how many pens? 6. So we have to keep that in our denominator as part of the whole. And then we have our 4 red markers. Now, if we go back to why I said the question was really important, it says, what fraction of the set of markers is yellow? Well, what part of the set is yellow? Well, a fraction is a part of a whole group. So we have 2 parts, which is the numerator, 2 yellow counters. 2 parts are yellow. And the denominator is a total of 6 parts. Our 2 yellow parts and our 4 red parts. 6 total parts, 6 whole markers. So we have 2 out of 6. So it would be 2 over 6 is 2/6 using numbers, or 2/6 writing it out. So the fraction of yellow markers is, you got it, 2/6. All right. Example number 2, dogs. So Cody told 4 dogs to sit. 1, 2, 3, 4. What fraction of the set of dogs listened to Cody? So how many of them listened? 1, 2, 3. So the yellow counters here represent the sitting dogs. Again, 1, 2, 3 sitting dogs. And the red counter represents the standing dog, the dog who did not obey. So 3 dogs out of a total of 4 dogs are sitting. So that would be written as 3 over 4, and in words would be 3/4. So 3/4, or 3/4 of the dogs obeyed. So what fraction of the dogs did not obey? These 3 obeyed, this 1 did not. So 1 dog out of the total 4 dogs is standing. So 1/4, or 1/4, F-O-U-R-T-H, of the dogs did not listen to Cody. So the entire time we're talking about these dogs, our denominator is still 4 because our set of dogs to make our whole set is 4. So we have to keep the 4 as our denominator. Right, let's look at our 2 practice problems. Then we have our fraction model, so this is the picture representation of the fractions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total parts in our set here. So that's our denominator. We have 8 total pieces in the set, in the group. Part that is yellow. Well, I'm not going to count all of these because I know we have 8 and only one of them is red. So 1 taken away from 8 is 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. Part that is not yellow. Well, again, we only have one red one, so we have 1/8. We have a unit fraction of red ones. Here we have, it's a little harder to see. We have mama, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little ones, and the little ones are yellow. You can't really tell. So what is yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow ones. And how many white ones? Or how many non-yellow ones? 1. And our total is 6. If you notice, the top numbers of what is yellow and what is not yellow on both of these fraction models equal the denominator. It's because if we're looking at this set, we are counting for all parts of the set. Now let's look at just one more example. So we're going to write each fraction. What fraction of the set of daisies is yellow? We have how many daisies? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. They're all yellow. So that's 4/4. What fraction of the set of buttons is round? Well, these are hearts, so they're not round. And these are round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 round buttons. But what is our denominator? Well, how many total parts do you have in the set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total parts in the set. And really briefly, we'll go over just one more example, because I think you guys are getting the hang of it. What fraction of the set of chairs is not blue? Not blue. How many chairs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that our denominator? Sure is, because that's how many pieces of the set we have. How many are not blue? 1, 2. So that's 2/4. So I think you are starting to understand. Your homework looks very similar. It's going to give you a model of a problem, and this is an example. And then down here, it's going to ask you to shade each set to represent the fraction, and then fill in the fraction part. Remember, use the pencil tool and either really lightly, carefully put in those numbers, or use the text box to put the numbers in there. Remember, it's 2 pages. All right, friends, you got this. You can do this. Part of a set.